What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What's poppin'? Alright, y'all, I'm filming my video just a little bit earlier this week because I have a lot of stuff coming up next week, y'all. So, like, I'm in a play. If you live in the Houston area and you're looking for something to do next Sunday, we're celebrating Martin Luther King. We're celebrating Black History Month down at the Ensemble Theater. We're doing a production called The Heart of the Theater. And you are invited to the show on Sunday night. That's February 17th. I believe the show starts at 7 o'clock. It is $10 a person. So meet me downtown at the Ensemble Theater if you live in Houston, Texas. I'll be there singing songs and doing monologues and stuff. I'm gonna be Rosa Parks, so come on down and see it. Alright, so let's get on to the good stuff for this week. Honey, we had some things going on this week. Let's go ahead and get started. First up on the docket is the Winter Olympics. So the Winter Olympics started last Thursday night and they had the opening ceremonies. I'm not really into the Winter Olympics as much as I used to be when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to love ice skating. I used to love the speed skating. I love those types of things. So, but now that I'm a little bit older, I really don't watch the Winter Olympics that much anymore. But I do want to see the black girl that is a speed skater now. She was only doing it for like 4 months, y'all, and she's already in the Olympics. So I do want to see her perform. I will put her name in this caption below me talking right now, but I don't have her name right now. But I would like to see her. I would also like to see maybe some of the ice skating. I haven't watched that in a while, so I would like to see who we got in America, what we got going on in the USA. Also, the Olympics are being held this year in South Korea. They say Kim Jong-un's sister was at the opening ceremonies, and they had a Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump impersonator that got put out because they was causing too much confusion. Now, y'all don't be coming up in there with all that drama, okay? The world is coming together for the Olympic Games. Ain't nobody got time for you two separatist partisan ass motherfuckers to be up in there and messing shit up, okay? Ain't nobody got time for that. So, are you watching the Winter Olympics? Y'all let me know in the comments. Next up is this damn Nefertiti statue. Y'all, they got Nefertiti looking like your co-worker, Miss Tracy. Now, y'all know damn well, now listen, we ain't gonna get into the argument about are Egyptians black? Were they black? I was on another video, y'all, and that's all they did was argue about whether they thought Egyptian people were black and Egyptian people, but people wasn't even classifying themselves as. We ain't even got to get in that whole conversation, because I'm gonna tell you one thing I do know. I don't know nothing about all of that, but what I do know is Nefertiti ain't look like Miss Tracy. Nefertiti ain't look like Rachel Dolezal. Nefertiti ain't look like that. So y'all ain't gonna tell me Nefertiti look like that when I know damn well she ain't look like that. Okay? Somebody, well, I know you lying. When they took that thing off their head, I said that verbatim. I know you lying. Now y'all, they are wrong for having Nefertiti out here looking. My God. Why would y'all do that to us? Like, why do y'all keep trying to do this? Like, don't do this, okay? I'm moving on. Let's talk about Jacob Copeland. This week he signed his contract to go to the University of Florida, and his mother was there at the signing. It was in the high school gym. It was real cute. You know how they do for the little boys going to college. It was real cute. And when he signed for Florida, his mother had Alabama gear on, I think, and she had Tennessee gear on. But she didn't want him to go to school in Florida, and I guess she got upset about it and she walked away. Now they said she came back a few minutes later, gave him a hug, signed the paper for him to go to Florida. And there also was another narrative floating around on the internet that he belonged to some gang or is gang affiliated in Florida, and that's why she didn't want him to go to school in Florida. But you know, I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't heard those people say either, I mean, you know, him or the mom say anything about it. So that could just be some shit somebody made up on the internet. He did tweet about it, and what the tweet says is, he said, what my mom did was hilarious. If you know her, she did what she's supposed to do. She put on a show, or she did what she does. She put on a show. That's not the exact quote. So apparently this is commonplace for his mama. He's not really worried about it. Now, you know, although he don't care, so I'm not gonna care that much, I do feel like it was in poor taste for her to do that. Whether or not he was affiliated with a gang, she just didn't like the school, or whatever the case may be, because it's not about you in that moment. It's about your son and his accomplishment, and you want to be proud of that. He going to college for free, okay, based off of his talent, which is something not many people get to do, okay? So that's something to be proud of right there. Now, he might not be going to the school you want him to go to, but that's when you need to put your foot up all up in his ass and just make sure you know what the hell he doing and where he at, and you know he at practice and not doing no foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? So you know, I thought it was in poor taste for her to do that. And even though he just brushes it off, it's a shame that that one moment has now overshadowed him signing for the school. So well, tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. Now the only reason I ain't put this in DNS was because I have too much respect for this man to talk about him like this, okay? Let me tell y'all, Quincy Jones was out here spilling Popeye's sweet tea. If you ever been to Popeyes and had the sweet tea, you know what I'm talking about, okay? He is out here telling everybody business but his own, honey. Last week, Quincy Jones did an interview with Vulture, and in that interview, he basically tells everybody business, okay? He talks about Marlon Brando, he talks about the Beatles, he talks about Michael Jackson, he talks about Donald Trump. Let's go back to the beginning. So what he said about the Beatles was there was horrible musicians, that whoever it was couldn't play the drum or couldn't play the bass. It was Paul McCartney can't play the bass or whatever. They was terrible. Michael Jackson was greedy. He said that Michael Jackson stole a couple of his songs from Donna Summer, and he was supposed to pay somebody 10% for writing a part of a song, and he didn't even want to do that. What he said about Marlon Brando is that Marlon Brando was a freak. He would screw anybody. He would screw a mailbox. He would screw this, that, and the other. You know, he was screwing everybody like Richard Pryor and Marvin Gaye. I said, no, God, that Richard Pryor and Marvin Gaye. My God. And he talked about Donald Trump, saying that Donald Trump was a megalomaniac. He was not that smart in the brain, and he dated Ivanka Trump that, you know, back in the day, about 12 years ago, she said she sent somebody to him and said that she wanted to go to dinner with him. And he said that, you know, she had the best legs or whatever. But then he said, I mean, she was fine as hell, but you know, wrong daddy. I said, damn, Quincy. But the thing he did not spill was his own tea, because we all know Quincy got some dalliances with men, and I heard back in the day, everybody heard that he wanted to do it with Tupac, because Tupac was dating his daughter right before Tupac passed away. So I want to hear what his tea is. How the hell he know who Marlon Brando was from? Was you sitting up in the room with him? How you know what all these people was doing? And some of it sounds like the rantings of a crazy uncle. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some of that shit I don't believe, or some of it is purely his opinion. You have to understand, this man been playing music since like the 50s, the 40s, the 50s. He been alive since the 30s. This an old man. My grandmother is 95 and he 85. So yeah, he only 10 years younger. He was born in 1930s. Okay, so this an old ass man. So, you know, a lot of it I think is just the crazy ramblings of, because in my mind I'm thinking, you know, Michael Jackson was known for being an excellent, brilliant businessman. So obviously that means he did some shady shit. I mean, if you know anything about the music business is shady. People steal songs, people do all this type of stuff all the time. Not out of the ordinary, not strange. My thing is, if he stole Billie Jean, you produced that whole album. So you helped him steal Billie Jean, you helped him make it into a million, and you made a lot of money off of that shit. So why turn around and throw dirt on the man's name after he gone? Because you made a coin off of that shit too. So they have a lot to say about your skills as a producer and this fantastic musician you supposed to be when you was working with other people's music. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like the kind of throwing the dirt on the people, and all of, you know, the people that he threw the most dirt on, they can't defend themselves. Like Marvin Gaye, Richard Pryor is known to have dalliances with men. If you read his autobiography, he speaks about that. So that's not out of the ordinary. Marlon Brando, also known to just be a free spirit and screw whoever he wants to whenever he feel like it. And Marvin Gaye, I've never heard anything about, but I'm not surprised. I am a musician and I am an artist, so you know, a lot of times, you know, especially when drugs involved, you know, people do things, okay? And who's to say, you know, he didn't want, I'm not saying he was doing it because he didn't want to do it, or, you know, he could have wanted to do it. You know, people just be with the vibe, okay? Sometimes the vibe just take you somewhere that maybe you didn't think you was gonna go. It don't surprise me about Marvin Gaye or anything like that. And it's when he speaks about Michael Jackson, it seems like he didn't know him very well, or they weren't very close. You know, it seemed like they didn't have a very close relationship, because Michael could just lie to him and say, oh, you know, I have this disease, and he'd be like, oh, that was some bullshit. But if like you were really close, you would say something to him. You know what I mean? And being as outspoken as he claimed to be. So you know, it's neither here nor there. He could be telling all the truth. I think most of the stuff he's telling is probably the truth. Some of it is probably just a little, I'm just gonna, you know, be controversial. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna throw a little something out there, get the people what they want, because that's what people like today, type shit. Okay, so let me know what you thought about Quincy spilling everybody's tea but his own, honey, down in the comments. This week on DNS, honey, the Queen's Court had some issues last week. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about the Queen's Court. I don't watch the Queen's Court, y'all. It's not because I don't like them or anything. It's just not my cup of tea. I really don't even know when the show come on, so I don't even know when to watch it if I was gonna watch it. I catch the little clips on Instagram, here and there, and they're funny. I like T.S. Madison, Kaya going kind of hard on people, but that's her thing. That's cool or whatever. I can't knock the hustle. It is what it is. But what was interesting to me to see was after they had this show. So last Monday they had a show. They had a lot of technical difficulties. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because y'all have seen the thousands of videos all over YouTube people have made about it. They had technical difficulties. They was doing an interview with Monique and things didn't work out. So Kaya got up and walked out. T.S. Madison was begging her. She was crying. Monique was recording live on her Periscope, and we caught some of the behind the scenes. She was trying to tell them things happen sometimes. So anybody who works and makes YouTube videos, any type of videos, that sometimes technical difficulties happen. Okay, maybe they should have had a dummy page where they can run it, you know what I'm saying, and beforehand to make sure everything was working correctly. But that's also something that you learn along the way. This was a very bare bones production they had in the living room, kind of like I'm sitting right here in my hallway. So these are things that we learn along the way, and they gain so much popularity. Maybe they was trying to do too much too soon. Okay, I can see that. But what took me out the most is the onslaught of videos that the people who were so mean and hateful towards these two women. Now don't get me wrong, I know Kaya be going in on people. Like, I understand she be roasting people, but everybody was here for the shit. When they was on top, everybody was here for it. But as soon as something happened, it's y'all be talking about people, this what you get, da 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 da. So 5 minutes ago, it just go to show you how people will love you when you up, child, and they be waiting for your downfall. That's the most interesting thing to me at all, because I think that these two ladies are friends, real friends in real life. I think that maybe everybody is reading too much into it. Maybe shit was just fucked up. Kaya got frustrated. No, she didn't handle it the right way, but it wasn't that. Everybody going so deep into it. Well, I saw this coming, and I saw this, and I don't know. I think everybody reading too much into it. Shit was fucked up. Maybe they did too much too soon. Kaya pissed. She got up and left. No, she did not handle it the right way, but I think these two ladies are going to work out whatever issue they have, and then they'll be fine for the next week or whatever. But like I said, it's just interesting to me how all these videos coming out about, just straight hating on the people, like, woo, just going in on them or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm sitting up here talking to you about pop culture right now. So we all in the same business. We all talk shit. We all reflect on what's going on in the week. Yes, some of us are more harsh with it, but it is what it is. It's part of the entertainment business. Now, do I feel like maybe, like I said, Kaya could have handled it a lot better? It could have been handled a lot better, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm pretty sure that Kaya knew once she walked out, or if shit wasn't working right, that people was gonna be coming for her, saying all type of horrible stuff. So maybe, she couldn't handle it, and she just got up and left. I don't know exactly what the issue was, and I'm not gonna speculate because I don't know them. You know what I mean? I really do hope and wish though they can get it together, because it was nice to watch them rise, rise up from just regular making YouTube videos straight like that in the living room, kikiing and roasting people or whatever. Like, it was nice to see them gain a little popularity. So I hope that setback don't set them all the way back, that they can pull it together and work all the issues out. So will you be watching Queen's Court on Monday night? Y'all let me know in the comments. It's not really dumb, it's just some information. But Escape has fired Vincent Herbert. Thank you, Lord. Which they been needed to do, because he got too much stuff going on in his life to be trying to help anybody's career. Okay, he's trying to get his marriage back together. So they fired Vincent Herbert, and they have changed their name to Escape 3. So XCAPE 3 is going to be the name. That's because they're making new music without Candy, and so they want everybody to know, this music is without Candy, but when Candy tours with them, they'll be regular old Escape. It's neither here nor there to me. I like the little song they had out. It was a nice song. But people not really checking for that kind of music these days. So I feel like they have their niche crowd, and they're catering to their crowd, and that's okay. They sound fine without Candy. People always hoop and holler about Candy. Candy sound like Kermit the Frog to me, low key. Anyway, okay, so them bass vocals not missing. To me, you have machines that can do that now. So, but they sound fine. That's the song with them three sounding really good. Tamika can really sing. Tiny can really sing. Actually, you know what I mean? I feel like Tiny is low-key the little star of the group because she really shows out with the vocals, okay? So what you think about this Escape 3 and this whole situation? Y'all let me know in the comments. So let's talk about this Quentin Tarantino and Uma Thurman situation. So last week in the New York Times, Uma Thurman put out this article talking about how she almost lost her life filming a stunt scene Quentin Tarantino pressured her into doing, and then later on he spit in her face and he choked her with a chain. Now this is, like I said, stuff that another actor was supposed to do, but he stepped in and did it, okay? Now Quentin Tarantino has come out and said that it was the biggest mistake of his life to make her do that. Basically he was thinking about the shot more than he was thinking about her, and you know, although he was upset, he was not furious and livid as she claimed, okay? And then he also said that for the spit and for the choking out, he said, well, he wanted to do it because he didn't think the actor was going to be able to do it the right way, the way that he wanted it done. So he stepped in because he could spit, he could art direct where the spit went. That was literally a quote. I could art direct where I wanted the spit to go. Although he regrets that he respected her, he didn't treat her with any type of disrespect. And so then it has another part in the article where they go on to talk about how he defended Roman Polanski. If you don't know who Roman Polanski is, he's the famous director. He was accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl and has been accused of 2 more sexual assaults since then, but he fled the United States, and I think he lives in Poland, one of them places that don't have a treaty with America for him to be sent back, and he still makes movies, and people are still in the movies, y'all. People are still in the movies. But he was defending him, saying that it was consensual. How the fuck is 13-year-old able to consent to sex with a grown man? They're not able to do that. So that has been called into question too, you know. So now they're saying that, oh, you know, well, that was taken out of context and X, Y, and Z. But Quentin Tarantino has been known to be abrasive. Quentin Tarantino strikes me as the type of man that don't care about people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just, I need to get the shot, I need to get this, I need to get that. Okay, and I want to say nigger, I mean, as many times as I can in every movie. That's the type of person he seemed like to me. Like, he seemed like he was like, oh, you know, you can really do this shot. Because they say when he picked the route for her to drive, it was just a 1-lane road. It was filming in Mexico. In a 1-lane road, but then the last minute, he had drove the road in the car. So he felt like it was safe. So when he told her to do it, he changed the route at the last minute. And the point of which they changed direction is the point in which she hit a tree. Head on, y'all. There's a video, and I mean, this girl had back problems for years after. She could have seriously been hurt. Like, if you see that video, seriously been hurt. Seriously. So I want to hear what y'all think about this Quentin Tarantino, this whole Me Too, Time's Up movement, all of that stuff. I want to hear what y'all think. Let me know in the comments. So, just a couple quick notes. Black Panther comes out on February 16th. Y'all need to go check that out, okay? I got my dashiki. Wait a minute. Where's my dashiki? I have a dashiki. Here it is. Fonga a la fia, ashe, ashe, ah. Fonga a la fia, ashe, ashe. Woo! Fonga a la fia, ashe, ashe. Fonga a la fia, ashe, ashe. Yes, I'm gonna be all up in the theater with my dashiki on. What you wearing for Black Panther? Y'all need to let me know because we representing up in the theater. And last but not least, if you saw Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder on Thursday, you are just excited as I am about the How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal crossover. We saw how they all pulled it together. Spoiler alert, click off the video right now because I'm about to say it. When I saw Olivia walk in that classroom and write How to Survive a Scandal on the board, I friggin' lived. It brought joy to my heart to know that Olivia and Annalise live in the same world. Like, that brought joy to my spirit. Scandal has been trashed for like ever, and it's finally getting good towards, it marks the end too, which kind of makes me a little sad. Excellent TV, watch it. If you ain't caught up, it's time for you to get back into Scandal. If you had got a little turned off or turned back, you know, around, come on back home, come on back and finish the season with us. All right, y'all, that's all I got. So I'm gonna stay up tonight and do the Shy review. And so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my video with your friends. Next week your reviews might be late all the time because I have rehearsal every single day except for Friday and Valentine's Day. So maybe you get a Valentine's Day. Oh, you'll get a Valentine's Day video, okay? So y'all have a blessed one. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.